Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. According to Sky Sports, Paul Pogba sees long-term future at Manchester United, but may wait for contract extension. Pogba's current contract at Manchester United expires next year, because last season we triggered that 1 year extension on his contract. Not so long ago, it said that Paul Pogba rejected a new contract at Manchester United. Last week, it said Paul Pogba rejected a new £50 million contract offer at Manchester United. And Sky Sports said not so long ago that Pogba is increasingly unlikely to sign a new Man United contract. Solskjaer did say that Man United still remain in talks with Pogba's representatives over a new contract. Fabrizio Romano said that Man United is still confident of keeping Pogba at the club this summer. It recently said Paul Pogba sets decision date. He won't make a decision on his future until next summer. Paul Pogba told his Manchester United teammates that he'd made his decision whether he's staying at Man United or signing for PSG. He told our squad that he's waiting to finalise details with Man United. Man United stars are working hard to persuade Pogba to stay. Reports from France said yesterday that Mino Raiola has offered Liverpool a chance to sign Pogba this summer. Mino Raiola made Liverpool aware that Pogba can be signed this summer. Liverpool responded and said that they're not interested in getting him this summer, but they may consider going for him in January. Probably depends on his contract situation. Liverpool lost Wijnaldum, he went to PSG, so I presume Liverpool are looking for an adequate replacement for him. PSG have held talks with Paul Pogba's representatives. He says PSG are willing to offer 45 million for Pogba. Not so long ago, Paul Pogba discussed the personal terms with PSG. PSG want to partner Pogba alongside Wijnaldum in their midfield. But Paul Pogba has had a long-running transfer saga. You know, he's been linked with a move to Real Madrid. He's been relentlessly linked with a return to Juventus. He did enjoy 4 good years with Juventus before he rejoined Man United. Barcelona have been in for him, and Inter Milan have been in for him before. Like I said, if we are to let Pogba go, we've got to get a good, adequate replacement for him, and we have identified Saul Niguez as a potential replacement for Pogba. It says Man United will open talks with Atletico Madrid over signing Saul Niguez if Paul Pogba decides to leave the club. We think £50 million would be enough for Saul Niguez. Pogba produced his best performances for Manchester United in the last couple of months of last season. But at one point last season he was out with a thigh injury. Mino Raiola has been desperate to get Pogba out of the club. He did a lot of talking last season and he made an announcement regarding Paul Pogba back in December. He said that Pogba's career at Man United was over. He said he's unhappy and he has to leave, and he's got no intentions of extending his contract. Pogba's endured 5 seasons at Man United since he rejoined. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far. We paid 89 million for Pogba. At the moment, he is our most expensive signing. So that's more news on Paul Pogba. I think there's a very good chance that Manchester United are going to sign Kieran Trippier from Atletico Madrid. Man United already have a Kieran Trippier transfer agreement. Kieran Trippier expects any Man United move to materialise towards the end of the transfer window. Trippier has arranged for his family to relocate back in Manchester. Atletico Madrid want 30 million for Trippier. We've already had 2 offers rejected by Atletico Madrid for Trippier. It said not so long ago that Atletico Madrid won't sell Kieran Trippier to Manchester United. Neil Custis from The Sun said the other week that Manchester United were close to signing Kieran Trippier for £18 million. We went in for him back in the January transfer window, but we cooled our interest because Kieran Trippier got banned by FIFA for 8 weeks for breaching betting rules. Kieran Trippier won his first La Liga title with Atletico last season. Atletico Madrid paid £20 million for him from Tottenham back in 2019. His current contract at Atletico Madrid expires next year. It'd be beneficial if Man United could recommend him in because he's a right back and he would provide competition for Wan-Bissaka. He's highly experienced and he's proven in the Premier League, which is also beneficial. Earlier on today, I gave you the news on Raphael Varane. Raphael Varane said his goodbyes to Real Madrid fans. Man United are expected to complete the signing of Varane next week. It got announced on Tuesday that Manchester United confirmed that they'd reached an agreement with Real Madrid to sign Varane, obviously subject to a medical and player terms being finalised. Both clubs have agreed an initial fee of 34 million, rises up to 43 million with add-ons. So we've got him for the bargain. Varane has agreed a 4-year contract with Man United. There's also an option of a further year. With doubled Varane's wages, he will receive £250,000 a week at Manchester United. Not too sure what shirt number he's going to wear. I don't think he's going to be wearing that number 4 shirt now, because he said he's not going to be giving his ideal shirt number. He said Varane will fly to Manchester later on this week. Varane's Man United medical got delayed by quarantine restrictions. Varane is our 3rd signing of this summer transfer window. I can assure that Varane will exceed expectations in the Premier League. I'm convinced that Man United will replicate what he did in his years he was with Real Madrid. What a fantastic centre-back partnership that is, Raphael Varane and Harry Maguire. Varane is highly experienced, which is beneficial. He's regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. Varane endured 10 years with Real Madrid, so he was a long-serving player. Won a lot of trophies during his time at Real Madrid, so he's got a good pedigree as a player. You know, Varane won like La Ligas, he won Champions Leagues, Coupe de Reyes, and that. Back in 2018, he won the World Cup with France. He's won 79 caps. Varane made 360 appearances for Real Madrid in all competitions. His current contract at Real Madrid was due to expire next year. Real Madrid did get Varane from Lens back in 2011. But we went in for Varane back in 2011 under Ferguson. We also went in for him back in 2018 because, remember, Woodward was prepared to sanction a £100 million move. Now Manchester United have to sell to finance more incomings. I think Solskjaer's priority now is to get a midfielder in, and there has been quite a few midfielders on our agenda. Solskjaer recently confirmed more signings are coming. So Man United are not finished in the transfer window yet. I think Man United are going to make at least one more signing before the transfer window shuts. Solskjaer did make it clear that he wants to make around 4 signings in this summer transfer window. And he did identify the areas in the squad where he wants to strengthen up. But yeah, like I've said to you, Man United are enjoying a very, very good summer transfer window because, you know, Solskjaer is finally getting the backing he deserves and he's getting the players he wants to recommend in. You know, Ollie wasn't backed enough for such a long time. This summer transfer window is Solskjaer's 5th transfer window as permanent Man United manager. But yeah, we have made 3 signings so far. Brought Tom Eaton in on a free transfer from Aston Villa. Also brought Jadon Sancho in from Borussia Dortmund. We confirmed the signing of Jadon Sancho last Friday. And obviously we've brought Raphael Varane in from Real Madrid. Solskjaer has spent over £100 million so far in this summer transfer window. The players I think should leave Manchester United in this summer transfer window is Brandon Williams. We need to loan him out to gain him more experience and to get him a lot more opportunities. Because Williams is our 3rd choice left back. He seldom plays for us. I think we also need to offload Alex Telles. Because Alex Telles has hardly played for Man United. He's only enjoyed 1 full season at the club. He's made 23 appearances. Telles is our 2nd choice left back. The reason we brought Telles in was to provide competition for Wan-Bissaka. But when we got Telles last year, I expected him to be our 1st choice left back immediately. We got him for £15.4 million from Porto. He's got a contract with Man United till 2024. As you all know, Telles is set to miss the start of the season with an ankle injury that he sustained in training last week. so he's going to miss the games against Leeds, Southampton and Wolves. But Inter Milan have recently been linked with him. It said Inter Milan want him on loan. Sky in Italy said, was it a few weeks ago, that Roma were in talks to sign Alex Telles as a replacement for the injured Leonardo Spinazzola. I definitely think we've got to offload Phil Jones, but we may not now, reflecting on what Solskjaer recently said regarding Jones. Jones hasn't played for Man United since January, because obviously he'd been out with injury. Jones is the only outfield player that's still with us from the Sir Alex Ferguson era. He's been a long-serving player at Man United. He's endured 10 years at the club. Axel Tuanzebe, we've agreed to loan him out, which is the right decision. I heard that Newcastle are interested in him. Diego Dalot, we've got to offload him. We got him from Porto back under the Jose Mourinho era. Diego Dalot. We did loan him out to AC Milan last season. Andres Pereira, we've got to get rid of him as well. He was out on loan with Lazio last season. I think we've got to get rid of Nemanja Matic, because I've always had my strong reservations about Matic, because he's always been a static player. He's ageing up. And analysing the vast majority of his games at Man United, he's been inconsistent. He's not one of our first choice midfielders, despite him, getting his chances. Matic has been with us over 4 years now. We got him for 40 million from Chelsea back in 2017. Personally, I think we should offload Donny van der Beek. Maybe some United fans will disagree. It's nothing to do with Van der Beek being a bad player. It's just that he hasn't been given enough starts at Manchester United. We've definitely got to offload Lingard. We've been struggling to offload Lingard. We want around £30 million for him. West Ham do want him, but they've been struggling to meet our asking price. I heard that Everton are also in for him. Lingard's current contract at Man United expires next year. And I think Man United have got to offload Martial and David De Gea. Man United have played 3 games in pre-season. Obviously we've won 1, we've drawn 1 and we've lost 1. These people saying that, we're not looking good, I can't really judge on pre-season, because I'm not bothered about pre-season. Pre-season is about building fitness levels and preparing for the new season. But we have conceded 7 goals in 3 pre-season friendly games, which is a concern. But not long now until the new season, and the new season is going to be massive for Solskjaer. He's aware of that. Solskjaer has got big expectations to exceed for the new season. Solskjaer's definitely got to win a trophy next season at Manchester United, because if he wins a trophy next season, that will be an achievement. And then obviously that would give us something to build on, and it gives the team more confidence. Solskjaer's not yet won a trophy as Man United manager, and we haven't won a trophy since 2017. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. Solskjaer's ambition for next season is to win the Premier League. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013, which is 8 years ago now. These United fans that are very sceptical that we're going to win a title under Solskjaer's guidance. But I think with the signings of Varane and Sancho, that does actually make Manchester United title contenders. Solskjaer's decision making has to improve next season, because in a lot of the games he's managed so far at Man United, he has been tactically naive. But I can assure Solskjaer is not the long-term manager for Manchester United. And I think a lot of United fans will agree with me on that aspect. But I think he does deserve at least another season. You know, these United fans that are Ollie in, there's also United fans that are Ollie out. I've criticised Solskjaer a lot during his managerial tenure at Man United, but obviously I've had my reasons behind it. But despite that, I still think he's our best manager since Ferguson, because in certain aspects he has brought consistency back. Last weekend, as you all know, Solskjaer signed a new contract at the club until 2024 with an option of a further year. So yeah, basically he signed a 3-year contract. A lot of United fans obviously disagreed with the club giving him this new 3-year contract, because I can assure you won't see out this new contract. You know, Solskjaer has been in charge of Manchester United now for almost 3 years. And reflecting how long he's been at the football club, he has gained some managerial experience and he's learned quite a bit on the job, and he's tried a few different elements. But Ollie hasn't got a proven pedigree as a manager. It is a concern, but it doesn't mean he can't succeed as Manchester United manager. In a way, I'm surprised he's still Man United manager, because we've endured very, very bad periods under Ollie. And obviously we lost the Europa League final to Villarreal last season. The reason he's still Man United manager is because he's a club legend. That's what's basically saved his job. Because Solskjaer endured 11 years as a player for Man United and he flourished under Sir Alex Ferguson's guidance. But like I've said, you know, when we are inconsistent, and you know, when we have been inconsistent before, you know, not all the blame stems from the manager. You know, Solskjaer's been accountable for certain things and that. But obviously there's been certain players that you've had to put the blame on, because there's still certain players at Man United that are not good enough. And like I said earlier on, Solskjaer wasn't backed enough for such a long time. And I said, you know, Woodward and the Glazers, they've been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. So yeah, Solskjaer in total has spent just over 400 million now, is it, on players at Man United. He must have brought a good 16, 17 players in. Ollie's got rid of a lot of the deadwood as well since he's come in, which he knew he had to do. Ollie has got us to like semi-finals, got us to the Europa League final last season, got us to the FA Cup quarter-final. He deserves credit for that, but Ollie's not proven himself yet because he's not won a trophy. He has to win a trophy, like I mentioned earlier. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you for today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.